All right, all right, all right. Hello, everyone. Hi, Dynamo. Hi, everyone. We are back. Hi, Cat. Let me mute my thing. There we go. Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm so happy to be here with you guys. We've made it through a very, a very heavy. Rita, hi, honey. We've made it through a very heavy energy. I feel like this year has been momentous. Honey, we just played. We just played, baby. We just played. Yeah. Go put chicken away. We'll play with chicken after mommy's done, okay? Um, no chicken right now. A really heavy year. Really heavy September with all the eclipses. And now we're in October and we just, because stuff isn't exciting enough, we just are going up Pluto direct. So all I want to tell you is, you guys, what you're feeling is real. The collective is feeling it. It's very thick. It's very heavy. You're not just feeling your own emotions. You're feeling the collective's emotions. You're feeling your person's emotions. The soul and the mystic wanted to pop up. So I'm just gonna let, I got new decks, so I wanted to use, I've been charging the new decks and read your person, but because the energy's been so heavy, I thought we'd start with you, right? Because this energy is no joke, my friends. No joke. So anybody who, yeah, the stuff is very heavy. It's very real. So you're not going crazy. And it's hard, especially when you're going through something, to sit and reflect and be like, this isn't just me, this is the collective. I'm feeling everybody's feelings. It's really hard to be able to step outside of yourself and understand that. But it's so important, because otherwise you can feel like you're drowning, you know? Let me see. Oh my God, I know. I'm glad it's over. But I think, like, I don't even know what's coming up, you guys. Because, like, let me remind you, we were in that 20-year period until 2044. So I don't know. I'm just going to keep on reading the energy, and I'm waiting for all you guys to come into union so we can have peace and harmony, and that's all I'm looking for. All right. For those of you that are new to my channel, Tarot Has No Gender. This is a general reading. If you're rewatching this, you can always, like, speed up. This is a general reading. Take what's yours, leave the rest. I don't pull on toxic exes. Readings are timeless. This can be the past, this can be the present, or this can be the future. Let me repeat this. This can be your past, this can be your present, or this can be your future. I'm reading an energy, okay? So put the energy where it belongs on you. It could be you. If you resonate more with the divine masculine or the divine feminine, and it sounds like it's you or your person, you put the energy. Use your intuition, okay? Like, remember, I'm reading energy and I'm describing it as best as I can, but I'm limited by my human faculties, by literally by what I know and what I don't know, and by my physicality. Let's see. If you want to book a reading with me, shoot me an email, starchanneltarot, one word, starchanneltarot@gmail.com. Remember to subscribe, set your notifications so you know when the next reading will be, and join the family, hype the video, give it a thumbs up, thumbs up. And last but not least, I want to thank everybody for your tips and donations. I know, you guys work very hard for your money, and it's the energy. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. And that's also sometimes when it takes me a little longer to do the collective because the energy is so thick that I need to take time to center myself. And the energy has been thick, my friends. Okay, let's open up with prayer. Please protect us. Please let me see what I need to see and say what I need to say. Please protect us. Please let me see what I need to see and say what I need to say. Please protect us. Please let me see what I need to see and say what I need to say. Please protect us. Please let me see what I need to see and say what I need to say. Please protect us. Please let me see what I need to see and say what I need to say. Please protect us. Please let me see what I need to see and say what I need to say. Please protect us. Please let me see what I need to see and say what I need to say. Please protect us. Please let me see what I need to see and say what I need to say. Please protect us. Please let me see what I need to see. Say what I need to say. Please protect us. Please let me see what I need to see and say what I need to say. Please keep us safe on this journey. Please keep us safe and protected. Please keep us safe and protected. Please keep us safe and protected. All right. All right, let's start, you guys. Let me move these a little. I hope you guys are doing well. Oh, is Eli here? I bought a deck that I think he'll like. Eli, if you're rewatching this one is really cool on Shein. It's like $3.50. The Yin Yang. Maybe I'll use it right afterwards. I bought a bunch of decks, so this is another favorite one of mine. The Intuit. I'm actually gonna buy a whole set of decks from them. My next pay period, the next time I get paid, because the stuff is expensive and it adds up quick. Let me see. Hi, Carelli. Cassandra, how are you? Oh my gosh. Where in the world is Cassandra? I think I don't remember where you're at. I'm sorry, honey. Let me see. The Mystic. So these popped out, so I'm going to read them. And this is for the viewer, okay? This, I was focusing on your person's energy, but this would be you, the person who's watching. So we have Anima Mundi, which I believe is the soul. Let me see where it lands on the book. We haven't done these in a while. I was watching, what was I watching? I was watching Moon Knight. Have you guys seen Moon Knight? It's with Oscar Isaac. There's only 8 episodes, but it's really good. I really recommend it. Okay, Anima Mundi. Yep, the last card. Oh, Lordy. No wonder. Okay, I'm going to do the animal deck for you as well then. Oh, Anima Mundi is the last deck, is the last card. It means you're leveling up. You're coming in, going through heavy energy. If you're doing the work, if you're not doing the work, if you're like somebody who sits here and just talks the talk but doesn't walk the walk, then if you do the work, this is your future. The Mystic, 21, 21. So we have a self and an initiation. So we are going through something with the self and something with initiation. So let's open up to 21, which is page 103. 103. If you have any recommendations for my TV enjoyment. Oh my gosh, Ontario, Canada. Oh, that must be beautiful up there. I've never been to Canada. I hope, oh my gosh, I was looking at all your prime ministers, man. Well, the last 2 you've had are so freaking gorgeous. Yeah. that I was watching how that Justin Trudeau was dating Katy Perry, and I've never been jealous of Katy Perry until now. Okay. The mystic, the seeker, the light worker, the dreamer. That's you, my friend. The mystic is often misunderstood in our culture, depicted as a wandering or lighthearted daydreamer. Is that what people think of you? Yet, like Shiva, the true mystic plays a critical role in society, remaining fearlessly dedicated to the path of transformation. That's what we're going through, isn't it? Path of transformation in order to save the earth from darkness. Oh my God. Isn't that what I say all the damn time? You guys are coming together to save our planet from the darkness, literally. I can't believe that. Shiva swallows the poison of the world and holds it in his throat, slowly transmuting the liquid into nectar. Shiva takes the poison of the world and holds it in his throat, slowly transmuting the liquid into nectar. You take the poison of this world and you transform it. You alchemize. I'm going to have to pull the alchemy for you guys. You alchemize. So you're going to take different ills of this planet and you're going to heal. You're a healer. This is the work of the mystic. You are a healer. They do not fear darkness, but rather sit in the presence of it. Harness the potential and latent energy behind it. That's why it's so important right now that you're going through dark periods. It's so important you understand why they're there. These dark periods are meant to teach you lessons. So if you're going through a dark period and you need to cry, cry it out. If you need to go in the shower for 2 hours and be in the shower for 2 hours, if you need to go and sit outside under the moon, if you need to go outside and sit under the sun, if you need to go hug a tree and cry and tell your deepest woes to the tree, go do it. Honor your emotions. Your emotions are valid, and you yourself are crying. I know this is going to sound cheesy for some people who may not believe it. You're crying out the pain that the planet is feeling. You're not just crying out your personal pain. There is massive pain going through the collective right now. How are you meant to heal other people if you don't learn how to heal yourself first? How? How are you meant to understand pain and suffering if you don't feel pain and suffering first? How? How would you even recognize it? I'm not saying that where you're going, I'm neither minimizing or diminishing the pain that you're going through right now. I'm validating it and saying that it's for a reason. You survived so many things prior to today. There have been so many hardships in your life that you've gone through up to today, whenever you see this video. Did you survive all of those hardships? Yes. Whatever you're facing right now, you will surpass. But it's teaching you how to control your emotions, how to recognize emotions, how to navigate through emotions. And it's giving you the tools so that you're able to fully, completely empathize with another when they come toward you with the same pain. You're not just going to talk and say, I feel sorry for you. There's a big difference. Very few people can really sit with you in pain. Very few people. You'll know this. The majority of people, when you're in pain, they disappear. They go away. You won't hear from them. When you've gone through serious suffering, you lost your home, you lost your father, you lost your mother, you lost your dog, you lost your job, you're homeless, you're deathly ill. How many people are really around? People are too afraid. People are so scared. They don't understand that everything is growth. It baffles me. People are, I don't know if it's because they're afraid of being close to pain, or because nobody taught them how to deal with pain. It's like everybody wants to have like a life full of happiness. And don't get me wrong, I absolutely, personally want happiness and love and joy and all these things, right? But without contrast, the happiness, the joy, the love doesn't exist. You need the contrast for definition. You need the chocolate to know what vanilla is. You need night to know what day is. If you didn't have night, you'd never know what day is. If you didn't have fat, you'd never know what skinny was. If you never had sadness, real sadness in the depths of your heart, you would never know what pure love and joy and happiness is. You would never appreciate it. It's when you've had these massive contrasts that you can sit in this moment of bliss and recognize it as such, and sit and say, thank you, God, thank you, Source, thank you, Spirit, whatever you call, whatever you name God, because it's the same. Doesn't matter wherever you go, it's the same. We just culturally where we were born at is how we name our God, but it's the same God. Allow your body to feel the pain. Allow your body to cry. Your tears are necessary. Your tears are healing. Your tears are salt water. Salt water heals. It heals your soul. Don't be frightened by your pain. And I'm telling you this right now when obviously I'm not in pain, right? It's easy to say this when someone's not in pain. But if you happen to watch this video and you're going through a dark period and you just don't know what to do when you're watching, you're like, okay, know that your feelings are valid. Everything that you're going through is valid. Know that you're meant to be here. You have a massive purpose. Know that you are loved. You are protected, and you are worthy. And you're the mystic. You're meant to heal. You're meant to transmute the pain that you feel so that later you can help others transmute their pain. This is the work of the mystic. They do not fear darkness, but rather sit in the presence of it, harness the potential and latent energy behind it, and embed it with light. They are patient and prudent change makers, seeking growth above all else. Patience is important. If it's taking you 5 years, if it's taking you 7 years, if it's taking you 10 years, you're learning a lesson of patience. For those of you that are new to my channel, I've been learning how to swim as an adult. I'm on year 3. But I'm doing it. I just I went swimming on Saturday. I took an extra class on Saturday and I was able to streamline for the first time ever. So I'm very, very proud of myself. Do I know how to swim yet? No. But I've kept on going for 3 years. And when I tell you that I was scared, there were times where I would literally start crying in the water because I was so terrified of drowning. I think I drowned in other lifetimes because there's no like logical reason for me to be so afraid of it. But 3 years ago, I I understood that this fear of mine was a manifestation of a blockage. And if I really wanted to grow and expand, I need to face all my fears. I need to face all my blockages. And that was an easy one because it's something that I could physically do. I could physically go. It's very different from like sitting there with your childhood trauma, right? Because you have to like do the inner work. The outer work is easy. That just takes discipline. Like, you know what I mean? They all take discipline. But it's a physical thing where you can show up. We all have to start somewhere. If you've always wanted to learn how to rollerblade, go buy rollerblades, go buy elbow pads, you know, get the whole thing and practice. It's never too late. Whatever you want to learn to do, you can do. I've been practicing how to make my version of the perfect chocolate chip cookie for a year, and I finally almost perfected it. I have I've gone through millions of variations, like not millions, but many, many, many. And I started to take it seriously this year. So I bake a lot. I bake a lot of cookies. I bake a lot of cakes. So I'm always working with different ratios of fats. And it feels really good when you set a goal for yourself and you hit one goal, you know? Like I got my cookie goal. I almost have my recipe down perfect. I just need to work on temperatures. I'm almost swimming. I want to be swimming in another year to 2 years. I'm thinking now things should progress a little faster now that I'm streamlining, but I'm still being respectful of my physical, mental limitations because it is a blockage of mine that I'm pushing through. So I'm saying 2 years, right? Hell, who knows? If it takes 6 years, I'm already 3 years in. I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to quit until I'm swimming. My goal is to be jumping off a boat in the Mediterranean. And looking like a goddess on a yacht. That's my goal. Let's see. Yay, Jenny! I don't think I've been on. I've just been talking like I talk sometimes. Let's see. I'm just talking. Let's see. She broke no contact yesterday and then initiated a conversation today. She told me I've been the first person in her life that makes her feel safe and that she has been healing. Cassandra, that is amazing. Thank you for not breaking no contact. Everybody, I know this is so hard. But when you're okay, let me explain it like this. When you're not, how do I explain this? When you break no contact, it's saying that you don't trust in what has been laid out for you. It also says that you're impatient with the timing. It also says that you are putting your person's feelings, wants, desires before yours. You're saying that this person who has not shown up for you, they're more important than you are. Because you are saying that you are reaching out to them. It defies the logic. There's no way you can be the leader, the divine feminine, and do that. because in the no contact itself is a lesson. It's such a massive lesson. It's such a massive lesson of patience for the viewer, if you're the divine feminine, and for the divine masculine, it's the lesson of courage. Because this divine masculine lacks so much courage. They're so scared all the time. It comes out every single damn reading. I've been waiting for the when I do the alignment, that's what I was thinking of doing for you guys, but then I got this whole other vibe. The alignment, to see, they always come out scared. I'm like, yo, come on. It's not that scary. It's not that scary. This is a human experience. This is our human experience. It's not scary. It's meant to be amazing. Even the bad times that we have. Pull up. Get a wider view. And see how things are falling into place. Have the vision. Have the vision that even this person who, you dislike, or whoever it is in your life, they've been placed in your life, not this person, but like if you have like a third party, or you have a boss you hate, or you have a mortal enemy like on a TV show or something. Those people are so important because they're meant to bring you contrast. And contrast brings lessons. Lessons bring understanding. And understanding, when you have your eyes open and your crown chakra beaming, gives you ascension. There is no enemy. They are patient and prudent change makers, seeking growth above all else. Unanswerable questions are the mystic's lifeblood. The mystic revels in mystery in the great riddle of life, dancing with the forces of light and dark upon its wings. One in light, remover of darkness, visionary, ageless. When you hit this, that's another thing about twins. I never spoke about this. I totally forgot. But you tend to look younger than your age. So there's something visible. I mean, this is what I've seen time after time. But will there be an exception? Yes. But generally speaking, twins will appear much younger. Like I was on YouTube. I was on the YouTube the other day, and I was watching the president of Mexico, Claudia Sheinbaum, and they showed her mother, and her mother is 80. She's like 80 or 80 some years old. She's older, and she looks so good. I don't remember her name, but if you guys ever, I think she looks like she's 65. She looks, I was like, I kept on thinking like, wow, like what this, because there's a big difference. You can tell when somebody has done like work, and when somebody, there's like an energy about them. There's like, it looks different. And she looks amazing. But that's exactly what I thought about. When going dark, you expect results. You seek attention and you seek recognition. That's ego. To go deep, your Zen koans, poetry, Murakami novels. Like any light worker, this mystic must build a relationship with fire when you're going through your dark night of the soul. This begins by awakening the inner flame, or the tapas within. It may seem that the mystic is inward facing, yet its light beams back to the world with the strength of 1,000 stars. You're meant to light up the world. Anima Mundi. Anima Mundi. The soul of the world, all that is. You're supposed to heal. You got the soul of the world. Anima Mundi epitomizes the principle accept all, reject none. Simply put, it is the living soul of the world in all of its multifaceted, multidimensional layers, bonded together by loving cosmic forces. Diversity is celebrated, multiplicity is honored, and nothing is denied. Embrace. And nothing is denied embrace. Everything is loved. Constructs of separation dissipate into the wonderful mess of shared consciousness. Constructs of separation. That's exactly what the twin flame is here to do. You're here to dissolve constructs of separation. That's why you guys are either different race, different religion, because race is a construct. Religion is a construct as well. Believe it or not. Remember, it just depends where you're born. It depends where you're born, your education, so your social status, so your money. There's so many financial, geographic reasons for our religion. I've traveled to many parts of the world. I haven't been to Australia yet, and I haven't been to Canada. But in such varying places that I've been and I've lived, people are the same. People are the same. Really. There's more in common with somebody in poverty that lives in the jungles of Thailand and in somebody who lives in poverty in the Sudan than somebody in Thailand who is very poor, lives in abject poverty, and somebody who's middle class. In Thailand. Did I say Japan? Thailand. There are things that unite us across the world, and these constructs of separation are what you're meant to highlight so people understand that there is no race, there's no religion, there's no these social constructs that we have, caste systems, social status, age gaps, same sex. That's what you're here to that's what you're here to do. Anima Mundi is the link between the literal and the imaginal, the rational and the mythic. It is the connective fiber that makes life meaningful. This card indicates an initiation on the level of the soul. You will awaken the unique light within and witness how the light contributes to the radiance of the entire universe. You will sense yourself as a critical note in the cosmic orchestra. Destiny is altered as you hear the enchanted melody of all things. Let me repeat this. Destiny is altered as you hear the enchanted melody of all living things. When you reach a certain level, destiny is altered. You can heal things by listening to the enchanted melody of everything. The enchanted melody is the spirit. Anything that's enchanted is divine. Melody is divine. The enchanted melody, the song that resides within everyone, within every living thing. The moment you're able to recognize the sacred sound of everything, of every being. I'm not just saying humans, being, because we all carry source. to recognize the divinity is to be able to heal. Because you recognize the divinity, you understand. When in light, tending to the sacred details of life. When dark, overwhelmed by the bigness of existence. At some point, you probably have gone through existential dread. Overwhelmed by the bigness of existence. Existential dread. Perhaps a lover of Nietzsche. The embrace of Anima Mundi is available anytime, anywhere, to anyone, day or night, rich or poor. It is a process of unveiling our resistance to its love. Anima Mundi is the energy behind the world card in the tarot deck. Both carry themes of universal unity, completeness, and embrace. Okay, let's see if we have anything else, and then we're going to do animals for you. So you're on a very important path. I don't want to say difficult, but it's not difficult, it's growth worthy. I hope you guys know what this is, the crone. Eli, did you just come in? The nectar. Remember the mystic when we read about the mystic was speaking about how Shiva takes the poison and turns it into nectar, transmutes it. And Anima Mundi, you're supposed to heal the world. The mystic heals the world. Now we have the crone. I bet you I have to do that one because now I'm like seeing cards in my head. Okay, so this is number 13. Oh, okay, so hold on. So you have two selves. I love how this one has like everything organized. You have two selves, the mystic and the crone. And you have the initiation to a new path. Oh, I found some cool decks for you. Do you ever rewatch, like, I don't know if you rewatch them. Hold on. Where's the sound? There we go. If you ever rewatch, I bought this, I told you this one already, right? On Shein. But this one's super cool. I really like this one. The Yin Yang. Yin Yang Oracle. So, I just got a whole thing right here. I don't know if we're going to get to that. It depends on how my battery goes and all this stuff. So let me keep on going. Oh, we're still good. Okay. The Crone, 13. 13, page 87. The witch, the old woman, the sage. Of course. Oh my God, this is transformation. You transform. I've never looked at there's a little person of enlightenment there with probably if I pull out the big one, we can see it better. But there are all the signs. I think I need the bigger one to see all the stuff on there. The crow is a very good omen. You may have been seeing crows. The crone has seen it all. Nothing frightens or surprises her. She is the final manifestation. This is the final initiation. That means you've gone through many initiations already. You've probably gone through Eros, Agape, Thanatos, Apocalypsis, Gnosis, Kairos, Aletheia, and Anima Mundi. So you're at the last one. So you've already gone through a lot in your life. She's the final manifestation of the feminine trifecta of maiden, mother, crone. In her long life, she's witnessed endless cycles of death, sex, failure, rebirth, conflict, and regeneration. When you see so many repeated patterns, you're able to recognize them. You're able to spot them, which is really good. Why I tell you guys, when you're having if you're emotionally distraught, keep a journal, write it down. Keep a monthly calendar and write stuff on there, like today I was happy, today I was sad, and then write in your journal entry like I'm feeling like this because of this, you know? And then start looking for patterns in your emotions. Why did I feel like this? When you have a hard emotion hit you, ask yourself, is this me? Is this my emotion? Or am I feeling the collective? Why would I be sad? Ask yourself these questions. Why would I be sad? Everyone has reasons, right? If you have a reason, okay, I'm sad because this, I'm sad because of that. But I want you to understand, start feeling your feelings, acknowledging your feelings, and finding the source of where they're coming from. Because ultimately, aside from your person, this is your journey. This is your journey into ascension. And you won't be able to ascend unless you understand yourself completely. You're dark, you're light, you're good, you're bad. Why you get depressed when you get depressed, why you get happy when you get happy. You need to start understanding everything about your life, everything about you. You are the most important person in your life. Pretend like you're going to write a thesis on you. You're getting a PhD in you. A multiple doctorate in you. You're getting a PhD in you. Crows are so cool. So are ravens. I watched some of those videos. They're really cool. I would love to have one. I just would like to have all animals. I would like to have a farm and be surrounded by all my animals. Giving her the ability to rise above the world of duality. Why are you rising above the world of duality? Because you understand that the world has so many beautiful colors and shades and beautiful gradations. It's not just black and white. It's just not just on and off. There's everything in between. And when you open up, when you ascend, you see that there's so much beauty in the multiplicity of us all. You imagine how boring we would be if we were all the same? If we all looked the same? I'm very attracted to big noses. Not a lot of people are attracted to big noses. But I remember I have a cousin with a really big nose, and I think she's so pretty. And I was with my aunt, and I asked, where she got her big nose. And my aunt was offended. And I was genuinely befuddled because her nose is so beautiful. It reminds me of it's like Romanesque, like a Sofia Coppola nose, if you guys know. I don't know. I just think they're beautiful, to be honest. And I I'm attracted to men with large noses. I love a large nose. I just find them so attractive. But it's like, other people don't because I don't know. I just don't understand it. It just made me think of that. So maybe you have a big nose or your person has a big nose. I love big noses. I don't have a big nose, but I love a big nose. So duality. Where's duality? giving her the ability to rise above the world of duality. She laughs at notions of good or bad, right or wrong, as she has seen the earth churning and smoldering, taking life and giving life. The crone energy accepts everything in, devouring beauty and suffering with the same mouth. Using their energy to reveal hidden secrets and knowledge. Her energy resides in all of us, though it is feared by most for its power and unconventional relationship with death and the macabre. Awakening the crone is dangerously rich and unapologetically magic. You're opening up to magic. When light, magic, clairvoyant, psychic, intuitive, wise. So you're opening up you're opening up to the divinity. When in dark, you're vindictive, you're bitter, you're isolated, and you're ostracized. To go deeper, look at the energy of Dhumavati, Hecate, Baba Yaga, and Lilith. The crone is the master of letting go and residing in what is. She rejects nothing. The crone is often seen with a crow, with smoke, with night, and with the moon. The crone has a difficult time tolerating superficial, petty, day-to-day musings. She moves away from such relationships and seeks a deeper path, even if this means she must live a more solitary life. Some of you guys could be in some form of isolation, separation. Let's see if we get another card. If not, we're going to go straight to animals. Oh, we've never gotten that one. Okay. I don't know what this is, so I'm going to read it. I'm going to take the top one. But the medallion, so this is like the pentacle. This is a new beginning, something that has been worked along to be reached. The desert, you're going from some type of dark moment out, something that has held you back. You're pushing through. You're pushing through some form of darkness where you have been developing yourself. You've gone through massive pain. That crying. You've become the shaman. The shaman and the mystic, very similar. Gaining, the veil through the living and the dead is very thin, which goes with the crone. Village, I don't know what the village is, to be honest. The underworld, that's the darkness where you were in to become a healer. Let me see what the village is. I don't know what the village is. Oh my gosh. Look, there's a little dead spider in my book. She must have been... Oh, I'm sorry, little dead spider. Oh. I'm going to leave her in there. The village. The places. The fault line. X. Fault line. 49. 49. And the village. Where's the village? 41. Okay, so you're going through something, the village and the fault line. Let me see. Oh, I forgot the numbers. 41, 145. The hometown, the family, the tribe. The village presents us with a conundrum. On one hand, it's the place that feels most like home, the place to which you can always return. Nostalgia and comfort draws us back. On the other hand, it's the very place you must leave in order to grow. Around the village, an unspoken boundary exists. One most villagers do not want you to cross. Though some support your leaving, still you hear whispers of doubt as you venture beyond its borders. It's leaving behind what you don't know. It's exploring what you want to know. Which is, you've been going through, whether that's leaving your home or that's leaving a mentality, you know? It's being able to cross. 49, right? The fault line. I don't think we've ever gotten this before. The fissure, the crack, the weak link. Imagine walking across a frozen lake that begins to crack before your eyes. No matter how optimistic and brave, I'm sounding Australian over here, and brave you might be, panic ensues. You become fearful and tense and long for stable ground. Okay. Such is the energy of the fault line. It's the energy of walking on eggshells, of precarious dynamics, of sensing what is ready to break open into chaos. It's likely this cracking open is overdue as fault lines develop slowly and naturally from underlying elemental pressures. Something is breaking, something is coming through. This card comes as a potent warning not to deny the shakiness that's afoot. It's much better to prepare yourself for change than to walk along the fault line pretending all is well. There's no easy fix for the situation at hand. It will require a foundational shift that alters the current dynamics from the ground up. You're redefining reality. You're breaking open. It is possible that something a loved one said caused a crack in your relationship that has never been mended. Revisiting it, the time to heal is nigh. The time to heal is nigh. There's healing afoot. There's healing that's coming. So there's a crack that's coming. Something is coming. There's a crack. Something is coming that is leading to union, that's leading to your ascension. You're becoming a mystic. You're becoming powerful. One more. The prayer. I don't think we've ever gotten the prayer. 65. The worship, the reverence, the homage. What is prayer? When are we in a state of prayer and when are we not? To whom or what do we pray? Archetypally, the practice of prayer has been with us since the dawn of time as a remedy for the omnipresent self-centered thinking that spins us toward illusion. Prayer leads us beyond our ego as we move from our little story to the big one. Some say we are in a state of prayer anytime we are not the center of our own thoughts. Others say prayer is a natural result of gratitude. Perhaps it is simply surrender or service, whatever prayer is for you. This card reminds us of its importance. Get quiet, get low, get humble, get soft. Bow and touch the ground as your heart lifts it to the sky, though it may be uncomfortable. It is time. Nothing else will do. Experiment with the act of bowing down. Nearly all spiritual traditions make a practice of prostration, getting on your knees. Offering to be of service, ask for guidance. Right now, when you're going through your periods, as you're cracking, sit in prayer. Sit in prayer. Sit in prayer, sit in meditation. Every song, kiss, breath, and word can become a prayer. It's a feeling, not an action. Consider the ancient mantra. Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo. I bow to the creative consciousness within. I bow to the teacher within. This is a very powerful time. The hunter. The chase and arrows. Did I say the chase? I did, didn't I? I said the chase. This person is going to chase you. You're going to be, this is my like runner chaser. The kiss and eros. The womb, the beginning. The eternal child. This is heavy. You guys are going through a heavy period. I hope you understand that. It's completely reflecting in the cards. Regardless of your, the one. The vow. Non-duality, one love. Unus mundus. Oh, shoot! This is unus mundus. That's union within self. And this is anima mundi, the union of the soul of the planet. You're coming into union with yourself so that you can come into union with a grander, so you can come in through ascension. For those of you that are doing the work, this is a very difficult path. I wish I could stroke everyone's ego. Actually, I don't, but this isn't going to be everybody's reading. This is a very difficult journey. If you're selfish, if you're stuck to ego, if you're sticking to your fears, if you're impatient, rude, if you're still stuck on your root, you're not here. Our ability to experience this archetype firsthand is limited. It comes in brief and potent moments that we are left to savor for a lifetime. The one is both the energy that unites all living beings and our capacity to sense this intimate union. This archetype eludes us most of our lives, appearing as a concept in a distant galaxy. Yet when we are in the midst of its power, a solemn reverence falls across all the land. We glimpse ourselves in the vastness of all consciousness and are neither small nor large within that field. These are massive cards. We're neither important nor unimportant. All duality, duality again, fades away, and we are left with what is. The precious knowing that life is a gift, and we are both the giver and the receiver of this fortune. When light serves, loves, accepts, resonates. When dark ignores, omits, excludes. It is said that Om is the primordial sound of the universe and that all other mantras are born from it. Simply imagining this possibility will activate the one. The unus mundus is a circle representing the unity of existence. Is it possible that the beginning and the end of all things is love? The vow. The nectar, which is what Shiva transmutes. Remember, Shiva transmutes the poison to nectar, and there's a vow you're coming into. It could be a vow that you made with yourself many lifetimes ago, so that you would have this journey, so that you would come into yourself. 54. The promise, the oath, the contract. Bearing witness to the shift towards destiny. When the vow is spoken, the air shifts. You're coming into a vow. You're coming into a union. you have to come into union with yourself before you can come into union with your person. And why do I say that? Because this isn't a regular union. This isn't just like your cousins down the street. This isn't, that's the divine masculine, by the way. And that's the last card in the deck. This isn't a regular union. This isn't a union and no, there's the likelihood that you know somebody else with this kind of union is probably none. Because these are such rare unions, literally. Please let me see, please let me see. So really, other people aren't going to be able to even understand this. But that's okay, it's not for them to understand. It's for you to live. So you can break down social constructs, divisive constructs, divisory, past, present, future, divisory this, divisory that, divisory. I'm making up words because we got the phoenix. Making up words, you're on a journey. You're on a journey. You're making an amazing story. An amazing story. Past, present, future. Gosh, your soul is going to be up one day and you're going to look down and you're going to be like, wow, that was such an amazing journey that I had. That was such a crazy trip. Do you remember that lifetime? I remember. That was such a fun lifetime. Oh my God, you remember when this happened? Oh yeah, I remember when that happened. I remember when you were like that. Oh my God, you remember when you left me? Oh my God, but that was when I made all that money. That's when I learned how to make money. Oh yeah, that's you speaking to your partner. That's you speaking to your partner, and this is communication. This is a stingray. Look at what's lit up. Chakras. Hyena is a trickster. Yes, trickster, light and dark, trying to trick you. You've got to be aware. You got to be aware of yourself. You need to figure yourself out. You need to understand yourself. Get a PhD. I'm getting a PhD in me. The gazelle and the beaver working hard. Divine feminine? Is that a divine feminine? Working hard on yourself, on your... There we go. The dolphin and the starfish and the wolf. We're going to go take them all three. Una más. The elk. Wanted to come out. Divine masculine. Protecting yourself. Okay. The phoenix. Spirit. Source. Freedom from suffering. Past karma and reincarnation. So you're healing stuff. You're healing past karma. And this is the card of the person who becomes a mystic, who takes the poison like Shiva and turns it into nectar, healing the planet. This is somebody who's healing past karma. You have to heal your own stuff. You got to heal your own issues. You got to figure out your own limitations, how to free yourself before you can tell other people how to free themselves. The phoenix represents a transformation of our past. It doesn't mean running from it. denying it, or burning bridges with rage. The phoenix employs an advanced technique described in yoga as the burning of impurities through practice and dedication, tapas. And that came out in one of the other cards that you were supposed to do tapas. The essence of the phoenix is with us when we realize we have been suffering too long and something must change. We take a stand and decide to live consciously instead of being driven by the unconscious mind. Its long list of fears and aversions. At that very moment, the spark of the phoenix is lit, and the great bird helps us burn through the baggage. We no longer run from who we are, what has happened to us, or what we've done. The stuckness and the dead weight fall into the ashes, and a lightness and clarity emerge. As the stagnancy continues to smolder, the phoenix lifts our spirit up, and we begin to recognize ourselves again. We may catch a glimmer in our eye that wasn't there before. Look closely. It's a sign the fire of transformation is upon your wings. If you walk by the mirror, you see yourself and you're like, damn, I look good. And you really, really, really see yourself. I look good. I look good. I'm handsome. I'm beautiful. Look at yourself. When you can walk by the mirror and be like, damn. That's a good sign. First chakra, baby. The ancient yogis believe that our heaviest karmas reside in the first chakra. This earthen center is also called Muladhara, or our root. That's why it's so hard for people to get out of here. These are the heaviest. The heaviest karmas are down here. That's why people get so stuck in fear, in ego. All of that is read down here. Fear, ego, trauma, childhood trauma, self-limiting beliefs, they're all down here. It's the first chakra. That's why the majority of our planet has such a hard time ascending. Because they're stuck in the first chakra. And the more you understand, like the chakra system, it's the same as the auras. Like I'm sure you guys know about auras. Or if you don't, it's like everybody emits a certain energy. We all do. But different people have, certain people have the ability to see. So, oh, that's not true. Birds can see. They have different eyes than we do. Bees can see. Birds can see more colors than we do. And why do they see more colors? There's a spectrum of colors. And we're limited, literally we're limited physically by our cornea, but the people that have the ability to see this, it's your brain bypasses it, of course, right? Because your brain can also be a physical limitation. So these people, like if somebody is angry, they'll have like a red circle around their whole body. If they're in their sacral, they'll show up orange. If they're worried, they'll show up yellow. If they're like in their solar plexus, green. If they've reached the heart level. When people tell you, what color am I, right? That's how you know what they're picking up on, what chakra level you're on. It's the energy you're able to emit out of your body. As you go up higher, when you go in through your throat chakra where you can speak your truth, then you start, it's like this light blue. When you go into your third eye, when you start becoming psychic, which is what you're supposed to start becoming, right? You got that psychic card. You start coming out blue. People see that. And when your crown chakra opens and you're even more connected, you start looking purple. And I think when you get because there's higher chakras than these, obviously than the first 7, then I believe you start, I don't know, but I believe you start emitting white light. And I think white light, because white light is inclusive of all colors. That's why. just because of it could be incorrect. But I'm just looking at it from the side of physics. The ascent of the phoenix begins here, and as the entanglement of karmas is slowly burned, it rises from the ash toward the navel center, toward the travel center, toward the navel center. Again and again, it makes its journey from first to third chakra, purifying our essence, freeing us from the past. So you're healing something, and that's what it said here too. So you're healing something massive. You got the fault line, you're breaking through, and you're growing. You're growing. So we have confirmation of that. Communication, I know that's communication. The nightingale. Where are you, nightingale? There's the beautiful crow. Fearless voice, speech, communication, or song. Maybe your communication, maybe it's your throat chakra is opening. Maybe you're coming through with your own voice more strongly. Because this is through you, right? What's happening to you? What's a stingray water? See, this one isn't organized like that. Okay, water, water, water. Stingray, developing confidence, developing sense or self, developing your spine. So you're developing yourself. You've gone through a developmental period so that you can speak your voice, so you can understand your voice, so you can hear yourself, so that you can go through this transformation. You're growing. The wolf. Oh wait, we got the starfish. Beautiful, alluring, superficial, or shallow. So that could be something that you need to really face. The starfish is a natural and exquisite beauty, mesmerizing to all. Being around someone with starfish energy is a thrill, like you've been put under a spell. Divinity itself. The problem is these creatures have been reliant on how they look for so long that they may have forgotten their deeper callings. When this card appears, it's important to ask, am I swayed by outward appearance? What dreams have I put aside to please others? So it's asking yourself, what do you really want? Be expressive about what you really want. Be true to yourself. Don't fall, don't be a sheep. Dolphin. Innately intelligent, a healer. Light and blessings. You're becoming an active healer, strong spiritual practice. So a spiritual practice is a prayer. So you're doing major healing, you're growing, you're healing. You're becoming an active prayer. You're healing you're healing your faults. Literally, your fault line. You're healing your fault lines. The wolf, earth. Where the heck? Where the helly? Where the helly? All right, you got the wolf and the elk. I know that's divine masculine. Guardian of family, tribe, activism, and ritual, the wolf. The wolf's mission is to uphold the well-being and longevity of the pack. That's what you're here. You're here to save the planet. Healthy wolf energy expresses itself through activism, mentorship, humanitarian efforts, or teaching, religious or political studies. The wolf gets into trouble when it assumes every member of the tribe must follow suit. This includes children walking in their parents' footsteps. Although it will surely be uncomfortable at first, practicing tolerance helps balance our agitated wolf energy. Contemplate the following: embrace all, exclude none. That's what we had here, right? Embrace everything. When in balance, reliable, democratic, and fearless. You're becoming a leader. Where's the elk? The father. The great elk represents the earth element in its masculine form. This is the divine father, King of Pentacles, the emperor. Stability. You're coming into stability. Serious stability. Whether you're coming into stability, dude. You're expanding. You've gone through some fiery period, some crappy situation, the fault line, right? You're able to speak your voice. You need to practice speaking your voice right now. So before you encounter your person, seriously, like if you go to a restaurant and there's a mistake in your order, you don't have to be rude, but say exactly what you want if there's a mistake. It's time to start practicing your voice in little things so that when the big thing shows up, you've already practiced. Start exercising your voice. If somebody gets something wrong, correct them. If somebody, you know what I mean? Start speaking your voice. If there's something you don't like, tell people. Start using your voice. This is the breakthrough. This is how you're going to grow. This is how you become this healer that's healing your own faults. So you can become a leader. You're meant to become a leader. A leader, an emperor, the one, the soul. This is like massive. I don't even know how I can, Trying to think. Let me see how we're doing on battery. Okay, we're at 44. I think you guys know what you need to do. Prayer. Prayer is going to work a lot right now. Meditation and prayer, okay? Let's look at your person's energy. We're going to do both today. Why not? You know why? I'm in a good mood. You know why I'm probably in a good mood? Because I read you first. Let's see what your fool is up to. Why do we fall in love? Tell me, baby. Do 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 do. I don't know all the words. Do 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 do. Ooh, tell me. Ooh, why do we fall in love? I don't know the words to the song, so I'm pretending and I'm making them up. Okay. Thank you. Okay, let's go. Let's use the yin to yang. This reminds me of the yin yang twins. This one is so cool. I really liked it the other day. All right, let's look at your person's energy. Your person is scared. I just saw the card of self-doubt. Scared, past, present, future. Mind, body, and soul. Oh, no music. That's why I'm humming. Where's my music? I don't hear it. What is happening? My music. Oh, yes. I want to hear my music. Oh, stupid commercials. Hold on. I'm not a fan of commercials. I try to keep music on the background so that I'm not. But I guess it's good. It's probably a sign whatever songs come through. Please let me see. Please let me see. This person's going through an awakening. Please let me see what's happening. Please let me see. Please let me see. Please let me see. Please let me see what's happening. Please let me see. This person is receiving freedom. They're gaining freedom from this deception, whatever things that have been interfering in the past. They're moving away from it. This is Uranus. They're rebelling. There's a revolution. There's a separation. There's a freedom, rebellion. Uranus is rebellion. It's revolution. It's freedom. So they're freeing themselves from something that has held them back, something that they have been hiding, something that has kept them deceived. Old belief systems, their masks, this is what they're separating from. They're getting freedom from their old, the crap that held them back, their masks, what they told themselves. It was deceiving them. They're receiving freedom. This is a good deck, isn't it, Eli? My new guy. Spirit guides have been helping this person restructure what's happening in their life. They have been getting help from above because this is a spiritual union. They are working on their stability, on their harmony. They're facing their fears. They're facing their fear. They know that they were not vulnerable before. They were guarded. This is what they're facing right now. Yeah, look. It's their ego, how they were blocked, their limitations. This is what they're trying to stabilize. They're looking within. They're facing themselves right now, so they can stabilize. Divine timing. Trust. They are doing the work right now. So in this time of separate North Node, cosmic, there's a purpose to all of this that's happening right now. There's a big cosmic purpose to everything that's happening. Please let them go through their lessons. If you interfere in their lessons, you're making them start from zero. Because why? Because some people think maybe if I reach out, things are going to go well. No, because what you're doing when you reach out is you're preventing them from learning the full lesson. They need to go through a certain level of pain of not knowing. When you reach out, you're making them feel like they're still in control. And you're supposed to be the divine feminine. You're supposed to lead the path. That's why you need to go through, face your communication. Your reaching out is because your ego is telling you, I have to have it now. I have to have it now. Oh no, I'm breaking. This is it. This is the end. This is the end. But this has all been happening for a bigger purpose. You're going through a massive awakening. Different aspects of you are triggering your ego, triggering your fears, your traumas, your self-limiting beliefs. Why? Because you're meant to learn for it so you can grow, so you can heal other people. And what's the easiest way for Source, Spirit, God to teach you these things? To bring you the one thing you've wanted, love. Because you haven't learned the lessons in other ways. So the universe says, okay, you're having difficult time learning this lesson. We're going to bring it to you through love. Because we need you to ascend. And this is going to be the quickest way you're going to learn this if you take the lesson. This person is going to be taking some sort of action because they want a new beginning. Jupiter, action, expansion. They're facing their patterns right now. The toxic things that bound them, they're facing those things right now. They're facing how they were cold, how they were detached. They're trying to nurture themselves. Mars. This person's going to take action. Oh, this is an oracle. This one is so cool. Okay, I'll use that one right now. No, that's not an oracle. That's a deck. Okay. All right. This person has been trying to figure out their happiness right now, their joy. They could be writing in their journal. They could be up at night thinking about you. They're trying to figure it out between their stress. They're trying to listen to their intuition. They're trying to figure out their intuition. They're trying to slow everything down right now. They're trying to really figure things out. They're scared because they don't know what's about to happen. They don't know what their future holds right now. So the unknowing is very scary. They want a lot. They want to be able to step out their future. They want their future to be big. They probably want financial freedom. They want a lot for their life. They're going through a big they're scared. They're sad. They want a lot, but they see you as their wish fulfilled. They're sad that you guys aren't together. This person wants you to forgive them. person's really embarrassed for their actions. They're heartbroken. They have a lot of anxiety right now. They're disgusted with themselves. They're trying to calm down, slow down, calm down. They're trying to calm their emotions. They've got a lot of anxiety right now. Melancholy, nostalgia. They're thinking about you. Saudade. Oh, wow. Fuck. The deck closed. Emptiness and anger. Okay. When the decks close, I take that as a sign that this deck is closed, doesn't want to talk anymore, okay? Just so you guys know, if you ever hear me say the deck closed. So let's turn them around so we can see the color palette where your person is living right now. I'm showing this to you so you can see their very muted colors. They're not like bright pinks and happy colors like yellows and oranges and reds, and they're going through a dark period, okay? Heartache. They're going through heartache. Saudade, nostalgia, awumbuk, mononoware, boredom, melancholy, sadness, loneliness, melancholy, sadness, dread, anxiety. You guys know what this is. Embarrassment. They're embarrassed for what they did, how they ruined their lives for somebody who is their wish fulfillment. They're trying to stay calm because they're trying to be creative with figuring out how to solve this. They're disgusted with themselves because they see their actions now. Nostalgia. They're thinking about things. Saudade. Let me read it to you. Ships set sail from the port of Lisbon, and those left behind lived out their days scanning the horizon, longing for the return of their loved ones. Female troubadours sang of the saudade, the wistful lyrics expressing an ache for distant lovers and the happiness of the past. This person is missing you heavy. Saudade is a melancholic yearning for someone or something which is far away or lost. It's always there, pulsing below the surface with its hopefulness tinged with grief. There is a vague yearning, yet is interlaid with resignation and the pleasure of remembering past joys. Some emotions are so intimately tied to a particular artistic form that it's impossible to think of them without it. Melancholy and the blues, national pride and anthems. In the early 19th century, saudade found its modern form in fado music, meaning fate or destiny. Fado was born on the cobbled alleys of Lisbon's Alfama district. Its sobbing guitars and yearning voices evoke the experience of poverty, of loss, of unfaithfulness of lovers. Fado is supposed to cleanse the singer of saudade's bitter-sweet melancholy too. So to sing fado is to matar saudade, literally, to kill the sadness. Your person is missing you very deeply. I think this person's going through a heavy time. I bought this other deck, but energetically, I don't think I can do it. This is like a dark deck. I don't want to see any more of their darkness. I don't mean that like a bad thing. They're just going through so much. This person's depressed, you guys. Which makes sense if you're depressed. Grief, literally. Grief was on the bottom. Yeah, this person's depressed. So if you were feeling like crap this weekend, recently, your person's feeling like crap too. You guys are connected. They want forgiveness. funky. Let's just get their 5-card spread. And then I'll do Jenny's. You just have Jenny's, right? Yeah. So I was like, I should have just done a you and them, but you guys are going through such a heavy transformation because you're twins. This person's going through a heavy transformation as well. They're feeling the pull of you because as you heal, they're in their pain. They're in massive pain for you right now. They're longing for what was, but you got to let them go through their longing. 7 of Wands, making a stand, facing it head on. This is somebody who, it's the person with the wands who has either a different perspective on things, or they're fighting for, or they're fighting against. Everything's hidden. Look at this. I got more selenite sticks. I'm trying to... Don't forget to salt your doorways, my friends, because the energy is thick. Get some tourmaline. Put some salt. Salt your doorways. Be aware that people are going to be crazy. Seriously, you guys. If I've always warned you about people being crazy, they're going to be even crazier. Crazier now. Because they're ready to pop off. So be aware, try to minimize just be aware, please be safe, be safe, be safe. Because this energy is so tumultuous. People who don't understand what's happening. Imagine if you're feeling all funky about this. At least you're going through emotions. People who are even lower in that they're not facing their root, because obviously like everything has levels, right? So somebody who hasn't even figured out that it's restrained, repressed emotion is causing them to do it, to react, they're going to act out violently. They're going to do crazy stuff. So be safe. What's hidden? This person wants to balance things out. I'm not going to put it down because it didn't fly. The outcome. All right. In the 5D, we have the World. So this person could be separate from you. They could be separated from you. There could be distance between you, either emotional or physical, geographic. They could be far away. We're talking Aquarius, Virgo, Taurus, and Leo. Trying to remember. So you got the 7 of Coins. So something that they've been waiting for. Ace of Cups. They want a new beginning. They want a new beginning. $3D. Okay, this person knows that there was 5 of Swords. There was anxiety. There's anxiety. There's anxiety. There was dishonesty. There was conflict. Okay, so whatever happened was meant to happen. We have a divine card of timing here. So that means divine intervention, right? So this was something that happened. And it's falling down in our physical, in the 3D. So whatever happened was divinely orchestrated, is what I'm trying to make you understand. This whatever happened, whatever issue, however the deceit, the separation, the self-sabotage, however it showed up in your relationship, it was divinely orchestrated, and it led this person into a period of thinking, isolation, trying to figure themselves out. And in this time period, they've seen how this has been a missed opportunity. They're depressed, they're bummed out, they're thinking about you. It's the person underneath the tree with the Four of Cups. This person is afraid that somebody could come in and beat them to you. Beat. Yes, that's correct. All right. What's this? Sometimes it feels like a card flew, and I'm like, huh? That's twice. I keep on feeling cards like flying. That's so weird. Ten of Cups. They see you as their Ten of Cups in their heart space, but they've been blocked, frozen with indecision. Obstacles, stalemates, avoidance, fear in their heart space. See, there's always fear. Didn't I talk about that? There's always some aspect of fear in them. Five of Coins. This person is heartbroken. They could be going through financial issues. They're feeling like rejected even though they could have done something. Five of Coins, Five of Cups. Five of Coins, Five of Cups, Two of Swords, Three of Swords. I'm thinking Three of Swords. Did I see it? Yeah, look, Queen of Cups. They're depressed about you. All of this about you. They know they have to communicate. King of Swords. They know they have to communicate. They know they have to communicate with you. They're depressed. Grief, sadness, loss, mourning. That's what came out in my emotion cards. I pulled up all these decks so you see how different decks say the same thing. Five of Cups, Five of Coins. This person has been blocked and they're depressed about it. They're understanding that their intuition was blocked. Uncertain, deceptive, there were unstable, anxiety, illusions. They're trying to release their fear, their anxiety. They're trying to heal. They're trying to trust their intuition. Tell me what's hidden, please. Justice. They know they have to bring justice through communication to you. And what do they see you as? How are you represented in their reading? From their perspective, they see you as the Empress, as the Divine Feminine. They see you as a Divine Feminine, sensual, beauty, motherhood, pregnancy, growth, creation, fertility, beauty, art, all the good stuff. They know they need to bring you justice. Maybe they're facing hard karma. They're depressed. They're heartbroken. They're depressed right now. They're recognizing the stupid choices. FAFO. FAFO, my friends. This person is haunted by you. They want to heal this. Let me take them all. Oh, this deck closed on me. Okay, we got to use a different deck. We got to use this deck closed on me. Let's use a different deck. Guess we're going to use a new deck. Tell us about the outcome, please. This one is called the Unveiled Tarot. And didn't you get something about unveiling? They want to unveil themselves. Actions. What's the outcome? The Lovers. Nine of Cups. Knight of Swords. This person is coming towards you after being depressed. Five of Cups. Six of Swords. This person is coming toward you. Yep. This is all going to come out of nowhere. You're not going to see this coming. Look at how cool these cards are. This is the Unveiled Tower. So we have something out of, this is like, you can see the people running here, right? You can see they're like, what the heck is happening? And they're like running as the tower, strikes. That's how you're going to feel. This person is Page of Pentacles. It's like they're going to offer you something. You're going to be like, that's it. But together you're going to be able to create this beautiful work of art. It's going to look small. It's going to be, you're going to think it's a little pentacle. But you're going to be able to make beautiful things, just like the David out of the marble. Like some people can see the marble and just see it as a rock, and some people can see the beauty inside, but you have to create the beauty inside. It takes work, it takes effort. The Lovers, these are such cool cards. Two people that yearn for each other, that are thinking about each other. Both of their eyes are closed. They're red. It's passion. Union. They're both listening to music. You guys could be bound by music. Separated, but you're still together. Look, they're still holding on to the same pole, through the same thread, the same union, Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. You're going to be having, it's everything that everything you've desired. You're coming in to everything you've desired. Wish fulfillment. That's a very desirous card. This person's probably really horny for you. Knight of Swords. This person is coming. They're ready. They're prepared. This person is ready. Come hell or high water, they're ready. They're coming. Six of Swords. Didn't we end? We got the Six of Swords again, confirming that. Look, the Six of Swords is the slowest mover. So it means that they're definitely coming, the plane, but it's the small original plane. And look underneath it. Judgment. They're returning. They're hearing the call. Archangel Gabriel. They're going to return. They're returning, you guys. Right now, your job is to focus on, go back to the beginning of the reading and focus on your path right now. Please focus on your path right now. Because that was such an important reading. You had such a beautiful reading in the beginning of today's thing. And your path is so important. I don't want you to, you have big stuff coming for you, and I want you to be ready for when it comes. All right. Which one did you like? Jenny, I'm going to do your person. All right. Which deck did you like? Let's do this one. Okay. Let's see Jeffrey. Is Jenny still here? Jeffrey, can you tell me? The one with David Marble. Oh, that one's cool, right? That's the Unveiled. Let me show you the box. Hold on. Where's the box for that one? Yin Yang. I don't know where the box is. Oh, I just found it. Unveiled. So like, for those of you who don't know, like the Queen of Swords is also the divorced queen. But back then they wouldn't, because remember tarot is like super old. So back then people didn't get divorced, they became widowers. So that's why she's like that. She's veiled in darkness because, it's the widow. Originally it was the widow, the loss. Now we see it as this is a union when people are separated. The queen is sad, right? But she's also the fighter of the group. It's just, it like puts in so many more of the layers to tarot, once you understand, like, every card has so many has so many meanings, that's why tarot is so cool. It really is. It's so cool. I really like both of these. If you're going to purchase any, I love these two. So the Yin Yang and the Unveiled. I'm going to have to clean them afterwards, so just putting them aside. Okay, so your question is, all right, we're just Jeffrey, right? Let's see what he's thinking. Thoughts. Ace of Swords. So he's having some kind of mental breakthrough. Communication, definitely. He's probably going through communication. He's probably going Nine of Swords. So he hasn't been sleeping well. He's thinking about you. Three of Wands. He's thinking about how he did not progress things. And it's keeping him up at night. How he stalled things. Because Three of Wands normally is the progression, the beginning. And this is something that has been stalled, something that has been blocked. What is this person's feelings? Feelings. Can you show us his feelings? The Sun. He was really happy with you. That's why he's pissed off at himself. Feelings. Six of Pentacles. He knows that he wasn't fair to you. He knows he wasn't fair. He breadcrumbed you. You gave more than he did. Nine of Wands. The Chariot. Four of Swords. He's really tired. There has been a separation. There's a blockage. There's a separation. Why is he tired? He's been trying to work on things. Yeah, he knows he's tired. He knows that he did you wrong. He knows it. There's been a separation. He knows he did you wrong. Why is he so I think he's like having like a Seven of Wands upside down. This person didn't see things this way. Now they're seeing, they were blocked. So this person has been separated from you. And it's like it's a crisis of consciousness. Like they're feeling like they were an asshole to you. They're feeling like they were an asshole to you. Yeah. And you're very special to them. You're like the soul. They could feel a cosmic connection to you. They want to heal things. 5 of Pentacles upside down. So what's he going to do? Is he ready to, will he do anything this October? Will he do anything within the next 2 weeks? Will there be movement within the next 2 weeks? I mean, that's movement. That's unit. That's the Lovers. Okay, can I get confirmation? 2 weeks? He's making a choice within this 2 weeks. He's got to go through some kind of transformation from this, since he walked away or messed things up or self-sabotage, whatever he did, he's got to go through a transformation. That transformation is going to lead to union. Yeah, he misses you a lot. 5 of Cups. This is going to be patience, temperance. You have to wait. It could be that he awakens in the next 2 weeks. Because, I mean, also, like the divine masculine will take like a year to figure things out, at least, behind you. So whenever you awaken, whenever you genuinely really awaken, it'll take them like a year. They're behind you. So it's saying that it's meant to happen. But you're getting the Angel of Temperance. They have to go through a transformation. They're depressed. But union is what they want. It's saying 2 weeks. I would say 2 to 6 weeks. Because it all depends on when they awaken. But ultimately, you're still heading toward awakening. 7 of Swords. This person did something deceitful. But they know that they want a new beginning. The Emperor. They want to correct these things. Page of Cups. Anything else? The High Priestess upside down. Things are going to be revealed. Things are going to be revealed. He's manifesting you. And you're Pisces, right? He's manifesting you. Things are going to be revealed. Pisces, look. Oh, Twins. Twin flames. Hierophant, High Priestess. Magician, High Priestess. This deck has 2 High Priestesses. all two of them next to the Magician, this guy is manifesting you. So he's, even if he's not purposely manifesting you, he's he's thinking about you a lot. He's thinking about, he doesn't realize, you know how in the other cards it said he's thinking about you a lot, he's depressed about you, he's all that stuff. Unknowingly, he's manifesting you. He's keeping you tied to him. So let him. You got to let him go through his, let him get depressed, let him cry his fits, let him be depressed, let him go through dark nights of the soul. He needs to, so he can wake up. All right. That's all I got for you folks. I'm going to find a comedy. I'm going to clean these cards. And I'm going to see you guys either tomorrow, it depends, I don't know, or maybe I'll put on a quickie, a little shorty quickie. But I love you all. Be good, you're blessed, you're protected. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Okay, bye.